vendor because it's My Special Mall. Inside this vendor macam Lazada, they have their barang dia orang akan sell. So they are unique in their own manner. Apa yang kita perlukan ialah we need support, we need corporates to understand where we are moving towards. Itu yang kami perlukan.
Okay, I think this is where SustNET can help. Alright, the fact that I'm an integrator, I integrate many things for a lot of good, the good values of many people. Right now, we going to come up with an app. This is coming from IIUM itself. This app is called Sustainability Bank. Sustainability Bank. It is more towards people who have got CSR activities, that they convert their CSR activity into another intangible, not tangible, intangible kind of work, right?
Okay.
So that will compensate the job value. We call it job value. Let's say you have contributed 2 hours of tuition learning, but you don't want money because you know that tuition hours is more of a CSR. But you have problem with respect to my gardening. I don't have anyone to do my gardening. So that gardening that you have to at least 2 hours of gardening. So someone's contribution towards the CSR is to give you that 2 hours because you have given 2 hours of tuition to someone else.
Okay, carry forward punya lah.
So you give your 2 hours of the tuition, but someone else, you know that the 2 hours of tuition, I need 2 hours of gardening. Alright, so but not necessarily to the gardener, it's to someone else. So this is the apps that is being developed or it's already been developed, it's already been done. So SustNET is working together under IIUM to handle these apps so that all these CSR activities is not paid by money but paid by activities. So I'm looking at from the point of view, if this autism kids, I said I'm giving 1 hour of graphic design example, but my 1 hour graphic is like 1 meal of good food.
Okay.
Nampak tak?
Ya, nampak. Yes,
So it's easier. Or 1 hour of free tuition, free training.
Okay.
On outdoor. So in other words, the children, people like this, they don't want the money. Kalau dia dapat duit pun, dia nak buat apa? Right? They need the activity. Let's say 2 hours of free outing for them. Right? 2 hours of free outing. So somebody pay for the 2 hours of free outing with the fact that they also give their 2 hours of probably packing ke apa ke. So the value per value.
Okay.
Exchange of values. Alright, so this is called a Sustainability Bank. So we are working together under IIUM with SustNET because they are our collaborators for sustainability, and we found that because we are also advanced. We are advanced in terms of applying something which has never been done before.
Yes.
Alright, and we don't follow the standard because we assess in terms of values. We go for impact. We are not giving certificate for people who want to get education. We give certificate for competency in terms of project management. So if the student, the autism student, they can manage a barber shop and they can sustain. That's a sustainability application.
Yeah.
I mean, they can handle the barber shop and they are autism. So in other words, they are a project manager by themselves. So the quality of the project management is what we assess. It is not the quality of which degree, where you come from, because that is still part of process. But the outcome of this particular process is the
Skill,
sustainability,
yeah,
to manage resources, quality.
Mm.
You know, that is what we are on SustNET. So, because I always look at the flaw in the system, in the policy making, in the ecosystem, the flaws in everything. Because everybody is so dependent on system. But the system has many flaws.
Yes.
Dia tak boleh. And the system cannot do anything. So you have to have that intervention. So this is where SustNET will help in and develop the project. For example, right now, bulan Mac kita ada fashion show on sustainability. Alright, so we have one is we call unused remnants. Remnants cloth yang unused.
Unused ones.
Unused. Maksudnya dia remnants yang berlebihan, tapi orang tak pakai because ada dah tertinggal lah. And we have the one which is used clothes, which abundance. But the people may not have the ability to make it into a project, right? Because how to sell. So this is where we will have people yang ada skill, yang nak develop, so the product will be sold online. If it is a fashion, it was sold international. But it is also non-fashion, but recycled fashion. If it's sold, if it's soft toys ke apa ke, semua tu, we will go to the international fund. Alright, so that's how, and then we want to recognize the effort of the people who are able to be creative.
Okay.
So autism kid who are creative and they can come up with a good thing, and then there's a demand for that kind of product, but of course they don't have money, they don't have the fund. This is where we have another group called Dewan Pernikahan Wanita Islam. They can source for the fund and help to produce the product that is on demand, alright, so that the person who's not a project manager, but we become joint project manager. Alright, so when we become joint project manager means dia punya skill tu is part of our project management, because we cannot develop the project management skill because dia tak cukup. So we become the group project management untuk handle the international demand. But as you said, we are not making people as labor. No, we don't do that.
Betul. So that means you recognize their creativity, or you recognize what they are.
They're creative, there's designing, but at the end of the day, it's not about him.
Yeah.
It's about our sustainability project.
Yeah.
About the unused cloth, about and then we bring in talented people, right, regardless whether they're autism, not autism. But the end of the day, result got sold. So funding pun ada untuk the whole group to sustain itself. So it's all about the element of sustainability.
Understood.
Yep. So if your group is more on IT, alright. So it's your group more on IT, tak ada masalah. So we can talk about many element of work respect towards the sustainability bank. Banyak orang apa kata nak ada skill menaik, I want this to books of to be retired to. I need someone to be type it. But to commensurate it, I will give you, like I say, a free tablet.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But then there is an apps to collect the reward, the incentive and the reward that's come under the apps. This apps is quite a very strong app because the founder for this app is someone who is very strong in cybersecurity. Okay, very strong. He's the CTO of IIM, and they understand about system, about cybersecurity, about all element of threats and so on and so on. So kita tak nak work with. We don't want to get involved with whether this is safe or not safe, because we are not the people to check on that. We are people project management to handle on sustainability. So when we see somebody who's really talented of that, that's your skill. You bring us an app that we can bring. That's why they want to work with SustNET.
Okay.
Because the apps has to be given to a value-based project. Because it's for values. Nilai.
Betul, nilai. It has an impact lah, I say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why when I talk about the autism, and I know Fiza, she's in psychology, and I know I got a few friends who's in this clinical psychologist, memang penat. Cases makin besar, right? And and one of the things, and I not want to joke, I have my other, I don't know what this is. We have our,
yeah. You mentioned to me.
right? And we have this. So what we want is to ensure all these autism kids,
Comes package, yeah?
they have their record together with them. Okay? So, and we want them to have their medical report to be subscribed by them, so that wherever they go, their medical record is there. So that's why when I talk about the clinical psychologist owner, she said, "Boy, very good, you know, because at the end of the day, we are system provider. System cannot go to the community unless the community
Apply.
wants the system for their own good value lah. So this is where we. I'm always working with a lot of people who are dealing with human resource. Well, for yours is on humans, autism, and so on. To give this one, it's not difficult. We can get many companies to fund it. All right. What's more important is they get the publicity.
Betul.
They get their publicity because they give. So kalau you punya database kata 1,000 autism, I'm giving a number.
Okay.
1,000 autism kids that want to have a personal health record kept for them wherever they go. So we talk about it, okay, and we give to a few corporate sponsors. Would you like to sponsor the request of autism kid, where we going to give these benefits to them? That's it.
Will there be any insurance given? Because I do understand
This one without insurance.
it's not insurance, yeah?
But if you want insurance, that is of a different
Package lah.
packaging altogether. There will be a different packaging altogether. So I can talk to a few insurance companies, alright, that can handle your case, right, in a manner level kan. So let the corporate sponsors handle. For me, we have to touch heart to heart. Heart to heart. If you feel that, sometimes we are so blessed with many things. We can do this, we can buy that, but it's an opportunity cost. If I can exchange what I have every day to something good that I have, that I can give, that is opportunity cost.
Right.
Right? So for me is that I want to make people being touched by their own soul, right? Pure soul, people who need this. So of course today is our first session, but we're going to have many other sessions because we need to talk about the topic that we have,
Correct.
not just only one.
Yeah, correct. You must create the awareness, then giving a solution to the parents, because there's a lot of corporate who want to help, tetapi they don't know how to help and who to help.
And where, who will give, yeah?
Yes, correct.
So one thing good about when I do with IUM, they are the recipient of whatever fund. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I'm more marketing.
Okay.
So whatever the corporate sponsor is going to give, they just give to IUM fund, all right? And the IUM
Develops.
will develop
Okay.
or will distribute based on whatever the project is, because at the end of the day, it's all about system. We're all about system. So we make everybody contribute in a communicative way. That's what our program is always about, community development. So a lot of people don't understand how to do it. All right, because everybody think that it has to be developed like a managing a company, but under NGO, under society, you cannot do it independently. You have to do it in a collaborative manner.
That's true.
All right, it takes, as you said, it takes a lot of, as you say lah, we have to do talk show, we have to work with that, we have to work with this, but it all will come and gel together.
That's true. And it takes some time by the way as well.
Yeah. So, what is it the need that you need on and off? You'll be down. Let's say, if I said, just this autism 1,000, dah lah diorang tak ada duit. You know very well, their health is very much at risk. Right? Okay. Kalau insurance diorang tak dapat, apa yang diorang boleh dapat?
Okay.
Right? They will get public insurance. What is public insurance? Get education, get into their medical report, as you said lah, medical report dapat online, you know, and then they get to see a clinical psychologist. All this morning.
Yeah.
You got my point?
I got it.
So sometimes kita nak buat orang to be treated like normal, but they cannot. They cannot. And the people who are having the standard cannot take them because it's not under their normal. So we have to be abnormal ourselves. So we have to create beyond the standard. Betul tak?
True.
So what else to say about this is to tell transparently what we do and what we do, and that's it. Everything is transparent.
Yeah.
The system is transparent. The people we work with also are transparent.
Transparent. Correct. At least you will create opportunity for these people. So this when you become transparent, people know, so people dah faham dah, oh okay, this is how they work, okay, who needs that, so it will become transparent juga.
You know what's the problem with a lot of our issues in Malaysia? Is project management. If you go to the company, they will always see who's responsible, right? And the boss is not in your job function, so why are you taking this? So they abandon because not in my job function. I faham masalah. The same thing. You go to the public kata, oh this is not my job. How can I do this? This is government punya function. Government dia tak boleh buat based on one individual project because they go by the standard public infra, school, bridge, you know, toll road. Boleh lah. Hospital, boleh. What you're talking about? Autism center, you're talking about, dia tak boleh buat. Because it's too small for them to handle as an individual. They can only handle the mass. So this is the NGO way to handle the special case. But if under one particular NGO, tak boleh buat. Sebab dia limited in project management. Because level macam ni, dia kena integrate with so many parties.
Yeah.
Not only one.
Not one.
See, that's why under Sustainable Business Network, whoever is contributing is of different businesses. But what are we contributing is in the project management. You punya project, you punya project yang you all do separately. So we blend all together and manage this case.
Handles people. Yeah.
This is what I'm doing under SustNET.
Okay. So you integrate everyone. You connect to all.
I know the problem when it comes to some of the failures and all the success is because of the lack of project management. Itu saja. When there is the lack of the project manager, the leadership tak ada, then benda tu jadi terbengkalai. Let's say clinical psychologist nak buat, dia boleh buat, dia bawa projek dia je. Tapi bila dia nak pergi bigger scale, wider scale, dia tak boleh pergi di bawah dia punya own syarikat. Because syarikat dia handle only based on who comes to them. Tapi bila nak pergi to the mass market, macam mana dia nak buat? So dia kena integrate with others. So who's the integrator to make sure that everybody integrate and handle this bigger project? So this is what we call the business network. Everybody integrate and come with this skill to project manage a bigger project, not just your own company punya project. Kalau own your company project, you boleh project manage. You don't need us. Kan? Kalau you punya own business, you don't need us. You know how to project manage it. But here, you are talking about the bigger crowd here out there, and you can't do it under your company.
I need to reach out more. So to reach out more, I need to get integration.
This is where I will help all the parties who can come together, and I integrate them and handle this bigger project. Because this one cannot be handled by the government. Because it's too small
Yeah.
for them to handle.
Yeah.
Right? And they don't have the budget to handle this kind of things. Because dia tak ada masuk dalam terma dia. Terma tender tu tak ada. So how can they handle? They can handle bridge, they can handle road, they can handle toll, they can handle hospital. Itu dia boleh handle. Because terma dia very clear. Who is the contractor? Whereas here, ni bukan contractor. This is community engagement. So community engagements is where we help each other and your good value is being recognized. Your good intention, your good support is being. But if you're doing this as a social enterprise, it become like a company. So we don't want to go under social enterprise because it become very difficult. Alright, but it takes a lot of macam ada board lah apalah, social enterprise kan susah. Tapi if we go under a project management, it doesn't own a company.
Okay.
You understand?
But I am a social enterprise.
I know, but yours is a social enterprise. That one come under company
under my
you.
team.
Okay. Itu you handle it.
Yeah.
Tapi bila kita nak integrate the biggest one, dia tak boleh masuk terus dalam tu. Dia become conflict.
Too much things there.
Too much to handle kan. That's why they become under project management. It become under it's not a specific project, but it become an integrated approach towards a project. Okay, that will make us to handle the community engagement become better. But to manage all these people ni, ini yang tak ada skill. That is why SustNET is playing this role. So the SustNET is playing this role, and SustNET is making sure that everybody contribute in a sustainable manner, so that when we recognize our effort, we tell the people what we need to do as a reporting or whatever. So on the autism side, there's a lot of CSR activity that can be done. A lot. And the mileage is very high. The what they call the values are very high. And there's a lot of things, we call it blue ocean. You know what's blue ocean? Blue ocean strategy?
I forgot. I do know. I heard about it. Yeah, I heard
Blue
about
ocean
it.
strategy means less players.
Okay.
Less players. Tak ada orang nak masuk dalam bidang ini dalam keadaan no competition.
Yeah.
Blue ocean. So you can do whatever you want to do because nobody has done it, and at the end of the day, it's like you create your own model. Kalau you go to the red ocean, banyak player. We go to the ocean, banyak player, then they see government bila dibuatkan tender, berapa orang masuk? Competition. Berapa orang? Company A, company B, company C, company D. Bila banyak competition, under counter, rasuah, right? That's where that is red ocean. Oh, ada makan, minum, don't go. Red ocean. Oil and gas penuh dengan red ocean. Dapat yang tahu tender belum aja keluar, dah orang yang masuk ni.
Autism.
The unethical behavior datang. You imam ke tak imam ke, semua masuk.
Maksudnya.
That's where you see the people there all filthy rich and filthy corrupted and filthy unsustainable. They kill each other. They never trust each other. Because it's red ocean.
Betul-betul.
Right?
Yeah.
Dengar je satu projek,
Semua pergi. Ongoing.
kecil je. Even tender macam 1 million tender. Yang besar pun nak, yang kecil pun nak. So the small fry yang patut dapat the 1 million tender punya projek, where got chance? Orang atas pun yang besar punya pun nak makan yang 1 million. Ini because of red ocean. Faham? So why you want to go to a red ocean?
Itu for blue ocean lah.
Kau kenal Agong pun? Oh, saya kenal Agong.
Padahal
Ya, dia.
dia pernah juga. Semua lah.
Apa you lagi? That is the red ocean. Yang ni bagi 1 million, yang bagi 2 million. Garanti ke? Garanti ke? I kenal Agong, I kenal ini. Dia tak dapat. 2 million habis. Ni red ocean. That is what happening now in the parliament. They say deal maker semua. What is this?
Very heading lah.
So don't go into red ocean. When you go into the element yang clean, pure, and all these people are clean, kita nak handle on autism yang clean, why you want to bring them into the exploited market? Only, we don't want to abuse it. Only. Right? So, go into the manner yang, to me, blue ocean.
Play around that line. When you make an impact. Yeah.
Hey, day, you sleep early, you sleep well,
Tenang.
you do well, and all of us have got our own expertise. We join hands, and that's it. Your business is your business. Your business is your business. Your business, everybody has got their own business. You manage your own business. But when it comes to community engagement, you need a project manager to handle it. That's where SustNET play the role. When you kata you nak a job opportunity for them, there's no problem. I can bring that to handle through our project, to bring them to come on board. You know, if you need, let's say, funding for them to get into training, okay, I can handle that. That's why this talk show is to give a conduit to them. We can officially send letters, alright, so that it's easier for us to have a part. So, of course, as a project management, there is an element of how we handle the business together lah, because it's under business, but under the project management of the sustainability.
Want to go for lunch now, doctor?
Come, shall we? Ada lunch? Want to go for lunch?
Tadi rasanya Pira sampai kat Pira ni.
Oh, ya ke? Okay, come.
Enjoy your kitchen.
Suka.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for coming. No problem. Nice lah your place here. So doctor always have an event talk, is it?
No, I'm not. I do many things. Kiran, I have been handling Prime Minister punya event, all my governmental event, and then I didn't.